guys, long time no see, even though it hasn't been that long. Alright, so back to school coming up. This is my back to school series, as you probably all know, and as I mentioned in the description below. So there's that. Today I'm talking about my personal back to school resolutions. Now, in previous videos I was giving you guys tips on how to start the school year strong and guide kind of high school and being great and having a successful school year. But today's video is all about things that I want to do to improve myself. I have resolutions for myself for my school year, and maybe these could be your resolutions too. I think it's great to have resolutions, not even just for the new calendar year, but also for the new school year. And that just really helps you grow as a person and improve to be who you want to be, and writing down those resolutions and goals that you have can help you achieve them instead of just kind of keeping them in the back of your mind. And you can look over what you wrote down to kind of review and keep it fresh in your mind. So I have mine written down here. So I'm just going to read them to you and kind of explain myself a little bit, and I hope that these give you ideas. And again, in my previous videos I mentioned tips, but nobody's perfect, so even as a senior I have things that I want to personally change. Well, not change, but improve upon. So one of the things top of my list is get up on time. So I'm really bad about waking up on time, at least for school. Like, I set an alarm. I set 6 alarms, like every 15 minutes it's going off, and I just keep hitting off, off, off. And then by the time I get up I have like 20 minutes to get ready, or even less, and I'm always rushing, and then I just feel stressed for the rest of the school day. So my goal is to actually wake up when my first alarm goes off and just get up on time, and I'll have more time to do things and be more prepared and awake for the day. I gotta sneeze. Okay. I thought it was going to be one of those ones where it just didn't come out, where I just sat there looking weird and you guys were wondering what the heck was going on. But it came out, so it's all good. Anyway, so next thing on my list is make new friends. And I have fabulous friends currently. They're wonderful. They're like really close with me. We can share pretty much anything, and I think I relate to them a lot. We really connect. However, I'm very open to making new friends, and who knows who I'm going to meet my senior year and really connect with and form a great bond and friendship with. So one of my goals is to make new friends. My next one is to compliment people more. I try to compliment people as much as possible. However, sometimes I don't really think about it, or I just kind of say it in my head, but I don't actually tell the person. So my goal is at least once a day, compliment someone. Be genuine about it. I mean, I'm not going to like lie and be like, oh, I love your hair, and I actually don't. Like, I want to be genuine. I mean, people are lovely, so I just want to compliment them and make them feel better, and high school's stressful. I'm hoping that by complimenting them I can make their day at least a little bit better and just boost their confidence. My next one is to stay organized, and I already try to be pretty organized. I have folders for every class. I keep everything neat and tucked in my backpack, and I have notebooks and specific sections for each class. But I want to really focus on staying organized. I always start off pretty well, and even throughout the school year I can maintain it, but sometimes things still get a little cluttered and it ends up just stressing me out more. So my goal this year is to stay organized all the time. My next resolution is to take neater and more colorful notes. Sometimes my notes are just rushed and scrambled, and sometimes that happens in class. You don't have enough time to write neat, perfect notes. But after class or school or whenever I have free time, my goal is to retake those notes, but in different colored sections so they're more organized and a lot neater, so it's easier to read and easier to remember the material. My other goal is to, this kind of coincides with the previous one, but it's to review my notes every night. And sometimes I'm bad about that and I wait till the end of the week or even right before the test to review my notes. But my new goal is to try every night to review what we learned in class that day. And I think that's really helpful in remembering the material, and so you're not so stressed out right before the test. Another resolution is to get ahead whenever possible. So if there's times where I'm like, oh, I have so much free time and there's not really much homework. I want to use that time to get ahead on other homework that I may have that's due maybe next week, because I don't know what's going to come up, and sometimes I have activities or events or something just happens. So I'm really trying to, this school year, get ahead whenever it's possible. So one of the things I'm really bad about, which I want to get better about this year, is planning outfits the night before. Usually I get up in the morning and I pick out an outfit then. But as I mentioned before, I'm not so good at getting up on time, which is another one of my goals. But things happen sometimes, and sometimes I feel rushed in the mornings. So I want to make sure that I plan my outfits the night before. That way I'm ready to go. I could just put it on. I already know it's going to look good because I thought it out the night before and really just had it ready to go. Another thing is I'm trying not to become preoccupied with drama. I was never really bad about this before, but sometimes things happen with friends and I can get rather angry, and sometimes I seek retaliation. It's not good. It's a flaw of mine. We all have flaws, and plus I'm a Scorpio, so that kind of adds to it. But I want to really just keep my head focused on academics and being stress-free and relaxed and happy instead of dealing with petty crap. Just plain and simple. Another goal of mine is to meditate before school. I try to do this in general, but again, I get rushed in the mornings, so I really want to try to make this a solid everyday routine type of thing, and that'll really just help me reduce stress throughout the school day. And again, I'm a very stressed person, if you couldn't tell, like I have a lot of like stress relieving type things that I talk about because it's something that I focus on a lot because I am under so much stress, or at least I stress myself out, I don't know, but I really try to focus on reducing that stress. And I think if I focus on a breathing exercise or some meditation, mindfulness before school, just for like 5 minutes every day, I think that's really going to help me. My resolution is stretch every day after school. So I do try to do my stretches every single day. I do yoga and I work on flexibility, which I almost have my splits, guys. So once I get it, I'm going to show you because I'm so excited. I'm like this close. So excited. I worked so hard for that. Anyway, but my goal is to continue stretching every single day, even after school, even when I'm bombarded with homework. I want to find at least 10 minutes to do my stretching and yoga and improve my flexibility. So this one I think is on everyone's resolution / goal list, is to quit procrastinating. I've gotten a lot better with my non-procrastinatingness. I realize that's probably not an actual like grammatically or anything correct type of word thing. I'm using it anyway. So I really want to focus on getting my homework done as soon as I get home from school, and working on projects that maybe due a week later, do them right when I find out. Like at least start them. You might not have to finish them, but I at least want to start them. So yeah, my goal is to quit procrastinating at least most of the time. Sometimes, obviously, things happen. This one is to make a daily to-do list and stick to it. So I already use a planner / agenda thing with my homework, but I want to also add things that I need to do after school, like non-school related things I want to get done, maybe new things I want to learn, or activities I want to try, or any chores I have to do, or obviously video ideas. So I want to work on making a daily to-do list and really sticking to it instead of being like, oh, I'll just do that tomorrow, which also goes along with procrastination, which I want to quit. My next thing, this is the second to last one, and it is to keep a calendar. So I'm never really good about keeping a calendar with anything. I usually just kind of remember the dates, or I forget the dates. I mean, it just kind of goes either way. But being a senior, I now have more, like I'm almost an adult, so I have more things to focus on. So I really want to focus on my calendar so I can keep track of any appointments or things that I have scheduled, whether it's a band or a school function or hanging out with friends or anything that I have to do or go somewhere. I really want to focus on keeping a calendar and keeping track of all those dates. And finally, my last resolution is to be more confident. I've always struggled with that, but I feel like I'm getting better and improving. But I really want to focus on being even more confident and being proud of myself and confident in myself, and just not focusing on what other people think and just being myself. So that's probably my most important resolution and goal. Probably the toughest, but the most important. And I think that everyone should be more confident in themselves. Even though it can be really challenging to a lot of people, I really think that confidence is super important, especially in high school. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope this helped you kind of come up with your own resolutions, or at least gain some insight into me and what my personal goals and struggles are. And I like sharing this stuff with you guys. Sometimes sharing these things isn't always easy with my flaws, because I'm a perfectionist, so I kind of hate admitting that. But I think that talking to you guys and sharing with you guys is actually really helpful for me. And I'm hoping it's helpful for you, obviously, but I'm not just helping you, because you guys are also helping me. So thank you guys for all of your support, and make sure to comment if you have any suggestions below. Maybe let me know your resolutions if you have your own. Give this a thumbs up, comment below with anything, whatever. Make sure to subscribe and check out my other social media accounts, and I will see you soon, guys. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying my back to school series. Adios!